Hi everyone, welcome to Budget Beauty. This is my very first episode. I'm gonna do a makeup look because I'm gonna be on camera later on for something else. And so I decided to record me doing a makeup look for once. Hi. You're probably likely seeing this at my channel, Dark Girl, Dark Rubes, which is generally Dark Girl Chronicles and my video game playthroughs and things. But I decided I was going to start doing videos for beauty. And so here I am. I am, I guess I should start out with my background. So I have been doing makeup a long time. So that's not to say that we know what we're doing. And that is the whole purpose of the series. I do know what I'm doing a little bit. I know enough to be dangerous. So, I tend to do makeup, and I've been doing makeup since probably, 1994. I was allowed to start doing makeup, in 94. I was 13. And my mom was like, hey, yeah, you can start wearing lipstick when you turn 13. And I was like, okay. Of course, I snuck and did it before 13. Well, this is going to be honest. I snuck and did it at 12. And so I was in middle school. And so I decided, I was like, I actually really like doing my makeup. I like doing this. So I then slowly progressed. I was allowed to wear like face makeup and like eye makeup when I turned 16. And so I'm 43 now, so it's been a long time. So that also leads me into, we're dealing with an older lady's skin. Okay, so we're not dealing with a young person's skin. So yes, there are gonna be some fine lines. There's gonna be some the black don't crack, but hyperpigmentation, as you can see here, yeah, there's gonna be some of that. So, be aware when you see me do makeup looks. I'm talking about an older person's skin. Also, I've had the benefit of time and wisdom to learn some of the tricks of the trade to reduce some of that. Also, too, a long time skincare routine that helps too. So, what we're gonna do in this first video, we're gonna talk about this look I'm doing, some of the products I like to use, some of my favorite brands, stuff that I've picked up. I've been like, hey, I saw this in an ad. I went and bought it. I tried it. I reviewed it. It was great. Or it was terrible. So we're going to do some of that. And while I'm trying to do this makeup, I'm going to show you step by step what I do, and how I do things, for my makeup. And then, we'll see the finished look. So to start, and so I learned, and this is why I say I've been doing makeup a long time, but I'm self-taught. So there are a lot of things that it took me 30 years to learn how to do, because internet. And because my mom didn't wear a lot of makeup. She wore makeup, but she didn't wear a lot of it. She wore mostly lipstick. That was it. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, that's all she wore. She didn't really wear anything else. She did wear nail polish, in terms of makeup, when I'm talking makeup here, I'm talking face makeup. Like, she didn't wear a lot of that. She just wore lipstick. So, she could give me a few little tips, but nothing that was like, okay, this is an in-depth makeup review and tutorial. So anything that I've learned on my own. I've learned to go, hey, let me go look this up and see what happens if I do this. Or, hey, I could try this and see how this works. So, I learned how to do my own eyeshadow, mascara. I've learned recently in the last year how to do face, how to like, put on concealer and foundation and all of that. So, and I still don't know how to do foundation. So now my videos, I can tell you, my videos are really not going to focus too much on face makeup because I do not wear it that often. Because one of the things my mama stressed with me was, do not ruin your skin. If you don't have to, don't get started. And so I didn't. And I didn't until probably this year. So we're, like I say, we're talking 30 years of, hey, don't ruin your skin with foundation when you don't have to. So, yeah, I wound up learning how to teach. I taught myself, went and watched videos and was like, oh, this is how you do this. Okay, this is what they mean when they say you're beating your face. So, beauty sponges, I learned about that. So, yeah, that while I'm doing this makeup, I'm gonna tell some stories, hopefully. So I also, I tend to go buy makeup. So I have I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have a makeup addiction problem. I am well aware of this. I have a makeup addiction problem, that recently ramped back up in the last year. So I have been buying makeup probably once a week, maybe twice a week, either online or physically go in a store and buy stuff. I have an Ulta account, so I earn points when I buy stuff from Ulta. I have a Sephora account because I started going in Sephora. I order off of Amazon, and I order directly from my favorite brands, some of my favorite brands. So like yesterday I ordered from Juvia's Place, which you're going to see a lot of Juvia's Place, not in this video, but I do wear a lot of Juvia's Place because it works really well with my skin, and I like how my finished looks come out with Juvia's Place. But I ordered I ordered some stuff from Juvia's Place, and I ordered some stuff from ColourPop. ColourPop, fantastic. So we're going to use ColourPop in this look. But yeah, I love ColourPop and I love Juvia's Place. And ColourPop and Juvia's Place, not super expensive. Drugstore makeup, I guess. So hence the budget beauty. So that is why you will see I will use a lot of budget beauty. I don't tend to use high-end makeup. Just because, yes, I'm sure it could probably kick my look up a lot, but I don't want to spend a whole ton of money on makeup. I buy too much of it for that. So, and I'm not necessarily a makeup artist, so that doesn't really suit me. Now, I do have, I guess, I don't know if Fenty Beauty would be considered high end. Maybe. I like Fenty Beauty, I do, but I have something from Fenty. I got some volumizing lip gloss. It's a lip gloss balm. It's really nice. It's a gloss though. So, and I tend to wear a lot of matte liquid lipstick. So gloss, not so much. Not anymore. So I also have some Yves Saint Laurent mascara that I bought that was like $32 on the recommendation from a coworker friend, work friend. And I was like, I'll try it. I'll try something at least once. So yeah, well, one day I'll get into doing I'm gonna go product by product category, and these are the things that I have, and these are the things I have in this category. So I'm going to do all of my mascara, all of my concealer, all of my lip stuff, that's a lot of stuff too. My lipstick, because I started with lipstick is the thing I tend to gravitate toward the most. So yes, I'm going to do that at some point. But in this video, we're just doing a basic look, because I'm going to be on camera and I want to have my face done up for camera. So I thought I would start out. So let's get ready. And I was mistaken. We are going to actually use some Juvia's Place in this. I didn't think I was going to, but I am going to use Juvia's Place. So to start out, I have my base skin. It is pretty clear. I don't have too many dark marks right now. I had a little bit of acne going on earlier, but skincare, we're going to do a skincare thing too, as part of budget beauty. I have a good skincare routine, and I use La Roche-Posay on recommendation from also male work friend, who was like, girl, you need to use this on your skin. And I was like, okay. Because I asked for recommendations. It wasn't that he just randomly told me this. I did ask him for recommendations. I was like, say, what are you using on your skin? He's into grooming, so I was like, what are you using on your skin? And he was like, La Roche Posay. And I was like, really? Let me go look this up. Looked it up, and I found a cleanser for it that I was like, oh, I like this. This is nice. So I started using it, and it works really well with my skin. I really like how it works. So right now, my skin is fairly clear, so we're probably not going to use a ton of concealer. But to get started, what you're going to do in this look, you got to have some primer. This is one of the things I learned. This is tip number 1. Primer. It don't matter what part of your face you're doing. Primer. I can't emphasize this enough. Primer. I had to learn this the hard way. Y'all, for 30 years, I was doing makeup and not using primer at all. Like, I would do my eyeshadow and not use primer, and then be like, but I don't understand. why doesn't my eyeshadow last? And it's coming off. Primer. You need to have primer. So now the one thing I don't use primer for is my lips. I don't use primer only because I found that when I use primer, the lipstick does not adhere like it should. Especially if I'm using a matte, quick drying, which we're going to use something matte today. My usual brand, we're not using my usual brand, but because I want to test out this matte lipstick, but I don't use it on my lips because it does not stay. The one time I did it, it didn't stay, and it had transfer, and I was like, I know for a fact that this lipstick is not a transfer. It's transfer proof. So I was like, the only other thing that I've tried differently is that I put on beforehand. I noted, oh yeah, I did put on primer. I put on lip primer. So so my experience with that has not been an ideal, but primer for everything else. So baby, we're going to use primer. So, and this, I watched Ellis Atlantis on Instagram. I follow him. They are a drag queen and makeup artist. And so this came highly recommended. This is e.l.f.'s Hydrating Face Primer. It is fantastic. It feels like silk on your face. So we're going to do it. You don't need a whole lot. I just did like 2 little small pumps. Rub it in. See, I'm rubbing it in on my hands, and then I'm gonna rub it in on my face. It feels fantastic. Like, it does not feel like I have anything on my face. And see, I'm really putting it in the areas that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put some concealer on. I really don't want to put it on my nose too much. Just because I'm not really going to put concealer on my nose. But I'm putting it in these spots over here. But like I say, my skin's fairly clear, so we might not even have to use too much primer and too much concealer. So there's that. Okay. So I got that rubbed on real good. It feels fantastic on my face too. I like I say, it feels like silk. So, try to get the excess on my hands, and I really don't have a whole ton of excess, but get this under the eye, because you're gonna really put it on for the dark. So I have dark, what I feel are dark circles. So, and I'm not sleepy. I got a lot of sleep. I tend to have a lot of dark circles if I'm sleepy, like most people. If I haven't slept enough, I get the dark circles real quick. But it looked like I got bags under my eyes all the time. So that is why I started wearing concealer. All right. Now, we're going to do the concealer. I I like to do this, especially when I do concealer. I like to do things in a certain order. So I may just do my eyes first and then worry about this concealer, because I like to, I have to touch my face in order to do my eyes and stuff. So probably want to put that concealer on last. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so all right, next step, since we're going to do eyes first, I like to do I try to mix up the order, because sometimes I feel like I do it in the wrong order, but I don't know if there's really a wrong order or not. Sometimes I do my mascara first and then I'll do my eyeshadow. And then sometimes I'll do my eyeshadow first and then I'll do my mascara. Now I tend to do my mascara first because I tend to get mascara on my lids because I'm applying this, and I have hooded lids. So as you can see, I have very, like, if I open my eyes like this, it's a lot of, I got a lot of what they like to call a lot of real estate. So you can see I got a lot of space to put stuff, but my crease is here. So when I go to cut my crease, which we're going to do that later, when I go to cut my crease, I get a lot of, sometimes I get mascara on my lids. So I like to do my primer first, then do my mascara, then do my eyeshadow. So that's what we're going to do. Let's put on some primer. Now, again, what did I tell y'all? Primer. Listen, eyeshadow primer. This is your best friend. Also, you got to use some decent mask. You got to use decent eyeshadow. Primer. This is Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion. Now, I done been using the hell out of this bottle. Y'all, I probably use this every day. Anytime that I'm doing eyeshadow, and I'm doing something with eyeshadow, I'm going to put a primer base on. Now, I probably use this every day when I'm in a hurry, because this dries very, very quickly. It dries quick. I do use Juvia's Place I Prime. I love their primer. I love their products in general, but their primer takes a minute to dry. So it takes a lot longer to dry than this. And it's probably because I'm putting on a lot of it. And I bought this. This is in a white, like a nude base shade. So a little bit of color theory here very quickly. If you use this white base shade, guess what it's going to do? Lighten up that eyeshadow. So if I want to keep it cool tone and I want it like this color, like I want to keep it the shade that is coming out of the bottle, if you want to be weird about it, that is coming out of the bottle, I use the I Prime, because I bought it in the shade 3, which is my eye color. And the reason why I know that it matches, because it matches me perfectly. It matches when I put it on. I can't tell that I have on primer on my eyelids when I put that Juvia's Place on. So I like using this because it's quick dry. Also, and I did buy a little fan. I have a fan that I got off of Amazon, $9. Chargeable. Fantastic little fan, and it dries. It'll dry your face real quick. So I also did not bring my setting spray, and I didn't bring my fan because I got to charge up my fan. So when you see me do this face with this concealer, know that I'm going to put setting spray on and let it set. But anyway, so we're gonna do this eyeshadow primer. So I like to, now I'm at the point where I have to push it up out the bottle. So y'all can really see that I'm doing this. Okay. So you can see I'm just wiping it on. I take the wand, wipe across, blend in, and blend it out with the wand. Cover, and it has great coverage. I like the coverage. It is very good for coverage. I Prime is very good too. I just tend to get heavy handed. And that's a me problem. That's not the product problem. Also, for your eye prep, eye prime, if you decide to use that, please don't forget to shake it up. It does get a little watery if you don't use it. And you got to shake up the product anyway. And this one, I don't have to shake this up. This is not watery at all. So, but Juvia's Place, despite the fact that it is a little watery, I have no problems with it. It's actually very good. I just chose this one because I want to keep my eyeshadow light. And I want to do this very quickly today. So, as you can see, I am doing my eye. Doing my left. It's harder for me to do my, it's harder for me to do this eye. Because I'm having to use, I'm right-handed, but like, sometimes I struggle with doing this eye, doing the same technique that I did on my right eye, to do on my left eye. Okay. All right. Primer is on. And you really just need a thin coat. You don't need a ton of it. So then I let it dry. And while I let this dry, so I like to do things while I'm letting one thing go, I'm doing something else. So now I'm not sure who made this. It's some black eyeliner. It's called Blackout eyeliner. Blackest Black. Waterproof, long lasting, 24 hour. It does last. I'm not gonna lie, it does last. Now I know some folks, now they put primer on their bottom lid, but I'm like, I don't feel like I need to do that. I don't, it's all right, but I feel like if you want to put it on, put it on. If you don't feel like you got to be obligated to do so. This is Absolute New York is the brand. So I like to line my bottom lid, and that's what we're going to do here. See, note that I'm touching my face. This is why I didn't want to put concealer on first. So I'm doing my eyeliner underneath. Draw a thin black line. Sometimes I do a wingtip. Sometimes I don't. Today I'm probably not doing a wingtip. Also too, so a note about my style. I like to do rockabilly, pinup, and gothabilly. I was a goth back in college. I dressed goth a lot. So I learned about black wingtips. But I like black makeup, so I don't wear a lot of it anymore just because got to go out in the professional field, and I'm an accountant, so I kind of have to go talk to clients, and I don't want to go looking like I'm dressed for a funeral, because I don't want anybody calling and being like, well, Lindsay showed up at our office looking kind of crazy. So I'm kind of like, yeah, no, kind of don't want to do that. But I think I got it, because I got this primer on. It's not really wanting to adhere. I did kind of put that up underneath there. I tried not to get it directly on my waterline, because baby, I do not want this in my eye. I don't want that in my eye. So I feel like I didn't put any of it on over here. It is not adhering over there for whatever reason. I'm trying to look in my mirror and see here. I am not getting this under my eye very well, because it's messing with that primer, I'm pretty sure. Normally it does not take me this long to do this. So, not sure quite what's going on there, but I think it's messing with the primer, and that's why. But normally I don't have that issue. So, all right. There's a lot of this going on a lot of the time. Okay. So, eyes are ready for mascara and ready for eyeshadow. Okay, so now mascara. We're going to do mascara next. So, these two things. First of all, what did I tell y'all? Primer, primer, primer. Primer, mascara primer. I stumbled on this by accident. Completely by accident. So, I was in Ulta and was like, hey, let me go get some more of that Essence, because Essence mascara is fantastic. I'm not using that today because I just decided I wanted to use ColourPop. But, baby, this primer is the truth. I did not know about mascara primer, and I have worn mascara for a long time. I've worn a lot of mascara in my day. Mascara primer. So what it does is it primes your lashes. Now, I am not a false lashy girl. I'm just not. I respect people who do, and baby, when they can get it right, oh, the lashes be popping. I love it. I love the look. I love how we innovate and how we fix things to look a certain way. I have no problems with falsies, but I prefer to do my own eyelashes. So I use mascara. And I had to learn over the years, mascara, girl, take it off. When you take off, first of all, take off your makeup. That's another tip. Number 2, take off your makeup. Do not ever go to bed with makeup on. Baby, get up and take it off. Take it off. Do your skincare routine. You do not want to sleep with that stuff on your face. Listen, it's designed to be long lasting. Yes, but you do not want it on your face overnight. You don't want that to seep into your pores and just sit there. You want to take it off. So, in this case, I learned mascara. 1, use primer. 2, take it off when you're doing your skincare routine after you take off your makeup. This preps my lashes. It is called Lash Princess. This is Essence Lash Princess Mascara Primer. I bought it thinking it was another thing of mascara, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, I'll buy some of this and try it. Extra length and volume. So I was like, okay, all right, yeah, extra length and volume, cool. All right, I'll try it, I'll see. Because I had good results from their other stuff. Their other Lash Princess and Lash Queen Lash line. Okay. So I got home, went to try it one day. I was like, all right, I'm going to try this new one. See what this is like. I happened to open it up, which I'll open it now. And my hands are a little greasy from the primer. Face primer. So this color, I pull it out and it's this color. And I'm like, why is it this color? And then I happen to look at the bottle and I'm like, it's mascara primer. Oh, you're supposed to put this on before you put on mascara. Like the realization was dawning on me, and it was like, ma'am, oh, we stumbled on this. All right, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. I've never used mascara primer. I don't know what this is like. It is the truth. It absolutely makes my lashes look gorgeous. And I mean gorgeous and full. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to now use mascara primer. So I take it out of there. I make sure I got enough product on there. I don't want a whole ton of product. I don't need to. So I take it, and then now this is why I say I wanted this to dry on my eyes, because what I'm going to do is pull my eyelid up and put this on. Okay. So as you can see, it comes on turquoise on my lashes. And then I just go across gently. We don't need to be aggressive, especially while we're talking about sticking something in our eyes. I go across my lashes, starting in the center. I go out to the corners. As you can see, I get it sometimes on my eyes, my eyelid. But I try to get the excess, like if it's a bunch at the top of the lash, I do that, try to get that and blend it out basically. Okay. And as you can see, you can now see my lid. See? Now you can see my lashes very well. I feel like that's a ton right there and a ton over here. Okay. So that's one lash done. One lid done. Okay. Now, lighting wise, this is kind of hard and a little tricky. This side I've noticed is not as full as, say, my other side. But the end effect is going to be the same. It's going to look like I got a lot of lashes. This does help. It certainly helps. Make those lashes pop. So, okay. Now, other side done. Bam! Look at them lashes, baby. Oh, lashes are out here popping. And that's just with the primer on. That's just with the primer on. All right, so now, ColourPop. It's the first of the ColourPop madness. I really want ColourPop to sponsor me at some point, please. Because I use a lot of y'all products. And I just ordered a bunch more. So, Level Up. They make some fantastic mascara. Now, while I'm doing all this talking, I really don't want this to dry. I don't want this to dry, so I'm going to do this as I'm talking to you about this. So, this Level Up, it is the Level Up Lengthening Mascara. So, it's going to make them pop too. So, you're really doing a double duty pop job here, as I like to call it. And then you just go over what you just went over with the primer. You do with your what your chosen mascara. I use black a lot. I tend to not use brown because my lashes, I want my lashes to be black, and I want it to project black as the main color here, because that for me looks like volume. That gives the impression that there's some volume going on. And I do. I have full lashes anyway. Pretty long and full lashes to start with, but this helps. So I don't want to put a ton on and make it look like I got spider leg eyes. That's when you know you got too much on. So trying to see, did I get everything? Not really. I did a good job, but I didn't get all of this over here. I did a great job though. Try to get the tips. Getting the tips is the hardest part. And sometimes once I finish everything else, I go back and do it again. Okay. So, same thing over here, because now I've used up a lot of the product. So, I've gotten a lot of the excess out. Notice I just got some on my lid right here. That's why we do this as the first step before I put on mascara. Before I put on eyeshadow. Because I am prone to getting it on my lid. Even though I'm taking my time and not doing, aggressive strokes or anything. Okay. Okay. Keep feeling like I didn't get this, and I didn't. Okay. Now, I also, despite using this, I do have a eyelash comb, and an eyelash brush, and it's a brow brush also. So I'm super close up here You can barely see it, but I have gray in my eyebrows. That's what happens when you're in your early 40s and your folks grade early. So trying not to get anything on the bottom lashes. I really don't fool with. When you see, I did all this work with putting it on the top lashes. I really don't put anything on my bottom lashes. I don't like it on my bottom lashes, and I know that's probably odd, but I don't like it on my bottom lashes at all. I don't. So, all right. Mascara's done. It's going to dry. It's going to take a minute to dry. My lashes don't tend to droop. Once I put this on, my lashes are going to pop. They're going to stay up. Some folks, their lashes don't do that. Okay. Now, for the piece de resistance, I'm going to take this and we're going to do, so now we're going to cut the crease. I'm going to cut this crease. I'm hoping I did this right. I didn't bring my pencil, which is kind of a problem. So we're going to have to use this. So we're going to cut the crease starting up here. Draw a line around. It's not a bad job considering. Not a bad job. Alright. Let that dry. Trying to cut this. Cutting this crease is going to be a problem. Now, when they say cut the crease, this is what they mean. And it took me a minute because I was like, what the hell does cut the crease mean? I was like, what does that mean? So, one of my favorite drag queens talked about it and did it in a video. Where she was putting on her makeup and I was like, that's what cut the crease means. I did not do a terrible job. It could be better, but it's not terrible. I normally do not use this to cut my crease. I use a pencil. I prefer the pencil, even though this is a thin line. That looks terrible, but it'll work for right now. That's not terrible considering I can't see very well here, so. Like I say, this could be better. This could be much better, but I'll go back in later with a pencil and do it. Okay. Gotta kind of let that dry. You kind of got to let it dry so that it doesn't smudge and get everywhere. But this is what cutting the crease is. The crease is where the arch up at the top. And when you cut the crease, you put color there, whatever color you choose to put there. Most of the time I use black, but there are times where I use different colors. I like to, most of the time, especially if I'm not really going for a black outline look, I use I will use the color, I will match the color of my eyeshadow with the crease cutting color. So, yeah, that's why that's, I mean, you can cut your crease with whatever color you want to. As far as I know, a lot of people use black, but that's if you're going for a very specific look. So, and I am. So, yeah. Matter of fact, damn, that's actually not terrible. I just tend to not use that thing to do it. I don't really like using that thing to do it. So what I'm going to do is take this pencil. It's a lip pencil, but it's also black. Oop, and it's dried. To fill in where I feel like is a spot that's not. See? And I can fill in these spots. It's not terrible. This pencil, by the way, we're going to use for the lip. Oh, I did good. Oh, that did. Okay. All right. That's actually not terrible. And it's dry now. Okay. So we're going to use this pencil. We're going to come back for this pencil with the lip. So keep that in mind. That's coming back. All right. We are ready. We are ready for the star of the show. Baby, when I tell you these are some of the most fantastic eyeshadows I have ever used in my whole life. ColourPop. ColourPop, ColourPop, ColourPop. Listen, these shadow sticks, lots of shade options, highly pigmented. Highly pigmented. This silver, you're going to be like, wow, that's silver on her eyes. This silver is crazy. It is super pigmented. Every color in this line for the shadow sticks is super pigmented, and even the brown shows up on my skin. I have brown skin. Traditionally, brown makeup is not gonna show up. It's gonna look like I messed around and put something on my face, but it's not gonna look like makeup. Okay, so if I'm going for a no makeup look, I use brown stuff. So brown colors, brown, like whatever. But the brown in these show up because it's a metallic. Even if it were a matte, it probably still would show up. So that's just how pigmented it is. This is fantastic. ColourPop shadow sticks, the truth. I have 9 shades out of this stick. I have this one. I have the silver. I have gold. I have honey barbecue, socialite, coca. All 3 of those are like browns. I'm trying to think. I have the blue. I have there's a teal. Oh, and the teal is beautiful. I have a dress that matches it perfectly. Trying to think what else. I have the pink, and there's one more that I counted, and I was like, oh, I have 9 of these. Oh, I have the purple. I have a purple in it. So yes. Yes, I love the shadow. Woo, the best thing. Also, too, it means I don't have to use a powder. So what happens is, this is a stick, and you can sharpen it at the bottom, as you can see. See it comes up, goes down, comes up. The sharpener is here, and you just literally draw on your eyes. So that's what we're gonna do, because we already got our what on? Primer. All right, so drawing on my eyes. See, look at it, look at it, look at that, look at that. And it don't take much. So I have to be very careful about how much I put on here, but it don't take much. And if I really, because sometimes I can tell y'all too, when I do this, sometimes I don't there's a little bit of tiny space between my crease cutting and my eyeshadow starting. So sometimes I will go back over it with a pencil and fill in that little gap, because it's hard to really hit that gap. As you can see, I have trouble hitting the gap like I'm supposed to. So I need to fill in with a pencil. And there ain't nothing wrong with going back and filling in with something else other than what you're using to do this. There's nothing wrong with that. Clean it up if that's what you want to do. See, look at that eye. That eye turned out fantastic. I might clean it up here at the top, but I try to get as close to the crease cutting as possible to start with. Sometimes I got to get that corner too. But that's one eye. Now you see how fast that went, and look how color. Look at the pigmentation for this. Look how highly pigmented this is. Also too, I might fill in that down here where my lashes are. Now you see why I wanted black, because now you got to. It's got to fight with this thing. It's got to fight with this eyeshadow. So now we're gonna start from the corner over here and start filling in with the eyeshadow. Look at this pigmentation right here. Don't take much either. Put that eye down, and then I can get across. A little bit goes a long way here. I mean, like I say, it don't take much. They said like one swipe payoff, but I mean, I gotta use one swipe to get across. But a lot of people, you could blend this out if you wanted to. Like, say you put this on with one swipe, then you go get a brush, blend it out, and then you don't have to use more than one swipe. I just prefer not to do that. I like to just take this and do it across. It's probably why it comes out so heavy-handed. It does come out a little heavy-handed because of that, but I don't care. I'm just thankful for the pigmentation and the thankful for the pigmentation. But look at this. Done. Crease cut. Eyeshadow done. So now this is the point at which we're going to do our concealer. So like I say, I really don't need concealer on right now, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to do it. Okay, so for my concealer, Juvia's Place Velvet Magic is the Velvety Magic concealer. It is fantastic. For a novice like me, now it took me a minute to get the right shade. I was told that you do 2 shades lighter than what you are, if you're brightening. And I was trying to brighten a little bit because dark circles and hyperpigmentation. So, that's what I did. 8, 8. So I have shades 8, 10, and 7. I think I got 8, 10, and 7. I wound up buying like 3 of these till I realized that 8 was the perfect one for me. So that's what I did. So what we're gonna do, you shake it up, get it, make sure it's shaking up. Okay, and as you can see, it matches my skin tone almost. It's very close. It is extremely close, actually. This is the best one for me. Maybe 9. 9 might be best, but yeah. So we're gonna put a dot under here, a dot there. Basically, the spots where I want to work is where I'm putting this. Now, see how it's already. I ain't even blended this, and it's already kind of sort of matching. Okay, don't really need any on my chin. I think we're good there. I think I'm gonna put some right there. I'll put some down there. All right, so I'm not gonna put it on my chin, but I really don't need a ton of this. I just like to do little small dots. Now, babies, blending sponge is your friend. It is your best friend. You're gonna see how fast it's gonna go to when I do this. All right, starting up here at the top, blend it out. Look at that. The coverage. The coverage. That's all I can. The coverage. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all, look at that. So I say I'm not using a whole ton of it, but Look at that. Y'all, perfect match on my skin. That is a perfect match. Other side. Get them dark circles. Hit them up. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect match. I am by no means an expert at this, okay? So, if you see something wrong here, baby, listen. I am just an average, everyday. I'm not a makeup artist. But look at that. Look at that. I look like I know what I'm doing. Look at that. Yeah, look at, face look flawless. Look at that. That beat was nice. I tell y'all, I swear it looked like I know what I'm doing. So, concealer done. I will set this. I am going to set this. I don't, like I said, I didn't bring my setting spray because I didn't really think about it, and I was like, oh, maybe. So I did not. But that's a flawless beat. That is one of the best beats I've ever done. One of the best. So, I mean, look at that. Skin just flawless. And I don't use foundation. So it wasn't like I really needed the foundation. We might work on this trouble spot over here a little bit more, but I'm fine with it. It actually looks fine to me. I mean, it looks fine. So now we're going to do the lip. So this lip, baby, NYX lip products, NYX lip products are on point. Y'all, I cannot stress, it is one of the best lip products I have ever. Their double XL liquid lingerie lipstick, y'all, I got at least, I want to say I got at least 10 shades of that. I swear I got 10 shades of it. I know I got a bunch of reds, because their red is red. I got some, I got a brown, the brown lip. Ooh, the brown lip is giving 90s realness. I look like my mom when I put on that brown lip. I swear to y'all, I look like my mom, just like my mama with that brown lip on. But this pencil is really good. I like it. Now, for this look, and this is why I say I like to do rockabilly pinup, gothabilly when I really feel like doing gothabilly. Okay, but for this look, we're really going for a classic and my signature, because my signature is a red lip. Once I started wearing makeup again full time, post COVID, when I had to go back out into the office again, and I was wanting to, do makeup again, that red lip became my signature. So I wear a red lip almost every day, unless I'm wearing pink. If I'm wearing pink, I wear a pink lip. I tend to match my lipstick with whatever's going on, whatever kind of theme, I guess, I have going on. So for this, we're really doing a rockabilly pinup, and I'm not wearing pink, so I'm going to wear red. So what we're going to do is line the lips, and then we're going to do the red lip. So I'm using this NYX Professional Makeup retractable lip liner in black, because I want a black. So the reason why I do this is because I like the cartoon look. I like how, think Jessica Rabbit when I say cartoon. I like that cartoon 40s, 50s siren look when I'm doing a red lip. So I tend to use a black pencil to get the cartoon outline. So we're going to start in the center. And then what I'm going to do, because it's going to be kind of hard to talk and do this at the same time, I'm going to start in the center with the Cupid's bow. go on either side, hit the bottom. So, all right, here we go. Not a bad line. Okay, part one, done. Now I have very large lips, and as my mama always told me, girl, you got lips made for lipstick. I was like, okay, all right. If you say so, mama. She wasn't lying, I do. um, lining takes some practice. I didn't used to use lip liner back in the day. I just put lipstick on. But liner takes some practice, but once you get it, it's not hard. And I like this black liner because it shows up, but it's a thin line. It's not too heavy. You don't want super crazy giant line lip. You want a subtle black line. So, then we're going to use, so this one we're trying for the first time today. So we're going to see what the coverage looks like. I have a pink one in this, and it's I like the pink in this. The pink, I was on a crusade for pink and getting pink makeup because I got a lot of pink clothes and I like to match my makeup to my clothes. So I'm very I like to color match. So if I'm wearing um if I'm wearing a pink outfit, my makeup's gonna be pink. If I'm wearing a blue outfit, my makeup's gonna be blue and maybe a dark red lip or just a siren red lip. I like to match my stuff. So if I'm wearing green, I'm wearing a green eyeshadow and I'm wearing a green outfit. So now my only thing is when I wear red. Red is kind of hard because red eyeshadow does not necessarily work for me. But I do have a red, and it is by NYX. And it is actually, I like it. It's a red glitter eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow, and it's fine. I like it. It gives me the red that I'm kind of looking for. So I think maybe what I will do is do like a matte base and then put it on top. So when I do red, I have to do a shimmer because red does not show up very well for me because of my skin tone. I'm brown skinned. So that red kind of sort of blends. So, all right. So this ColourPop, we're going to try this for the first time. See what's happening with this ColourPop. Like I say, I love the red. I love the pink matte. So I want to see what this red's going to do. Smells good too. I like that. Okay, so I usually start with my bottom lip. Again, it's gonna be kind of hard to talk and do this, so. Okay. Hmm. It's red. It's red. I don't know how really red this is. I mean, it looks red to me, but I mean, hmm, that red's all right. Hmm. Okay, so then set my hair down. You can see. Also, I've been experimenting with this Betty Page wig. I made it in the style of Betty Page because um, I really like Betty Page. I'm a massive Betty Page super fan. So um, I love the Betty Page bangs. And this wig, so the bangs were a lot longer beforehand. They came past my eyebrows. And I was like, I want Betty Page bangs with this. And so I like the waves. I've been wearing this for a while, so it's the waves have kind of fallen a little bit. But yeah, and that, my friends, is the completed look. This is pretty much how I look every day, give or take. In the summertime, I wear flowers in my hair. I have flowers that I pin in. In the wintertime, I wear my bandanas, and I have bandanas in like a lot of colors, so that I can easily match the way I want to match things. These earrings I got from Bing Bang Shop. It's a lady. She does earrings. She does like quirky earrings, and she sells them. She goes and sells. I got them at the Southeast Punk Flea Market. They came to here in Columbia, and they come all the time. They make the rounds. And so they came to Columbia last time in August. It was like middle of August. And so, being punk adjacent, that's the best way I can describe it. Being punk adjacent, I went to the flea market with my husband, and we got a lot of things, and I bought these earrings, which are cherries. And they are gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. I got a lot of earrings from her and another shop. I got a set of Rubik's Cubes, which are actually solvable Rubik's Cubes. I got some Ouija boards. Those are cool. I wore those for Day of the Dead. I got some, the same lady who made these, she had some popcorn buckets, and she made them into earrings. And I was like, I want those. So I bought them. Trying to think. What else did I buy? I got some sushi earrings. That was from a different vendor. Some crayons, and some Pokeballs, because I like Pokemon. So yeah, I got some really cool earrings when I went, and they're coming back in a couple of weeks. So I'm gonna go again and see what kind of earrings they have, so I can add to the collection. Oh, I got some paint easels too. Paint easel earrings. Those are gorgeous. So my friends, this is the finished look. I think it looks nice. I'm so proud of this face beat that I did. It helps that my skin is already clear. It was fairly clear. But I'm very, very proud of this beat. This looks good. So this is it. I want to thank you for watching. I'm going to try to have some more videos. We're going to get started doing our makeup stuff and doing the companion website and looks for this. So with photos, I'm going to do photos and do the completed look. I've been taking photos for a while now of my finished makeup looks. So we're going to try to get that done and get that started. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and come back and see more of my makeup looks and get more makeup tips. Peace.